Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at Mad World Tarot. Beautiful Friday afternoon, and of course the news that everyone is talking about in royal circles, royal adjacent circles, is the launch of American Riviera Orchard. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Meghan Markle's attempt at being Martha Stewart or Gwyneth Paltrow or whoever is now upon us. It's been threatened for a while. It landed very strategically while Prince William was at the Diana Awards. So very calculated timing, set obviously to upstage what he was doing. Also seems to be riding on the back of the whole Photogate scandal, the publicity around that. And I say that because it's all really slapped together. The trademark application has not been processed. The website was only registered 2 days ago, according to internet sleuths. And there is no stock for sale, despite the promise of flatware and table linen and jams and marmalades and cookery books and whatever other wonders. There is actually nothing to buy. You just have a landing page and you put your name down on a wait list, and that is the full extent of it. As I say, seem to be followers on Instagram, but no comments, and they do seem to be bots. The beige thing, we now understand. The black ball gown type skirts that she's been going around in, we now understand as well. Not very original. Our Duchess seems to be copying Highgrove Gardens merchandise, the honeys and jams and things like that her father-in-law has produced for a long time. And she also managed to copy, according to these internet sleuths, Gwyneth Paltrow's one of her very early videos when she was launching Goop, the roast chicken one with the lemons on the table. And very interestingly, for someone who's such a foodie and so into home decor and all the rest of it, she hasn't bothered to even redecorate the kitchen that she bought when she bought that house, mudslide mansion, from the Russian who subsequently died. Perhaps a lick of paint, but the same pots, the same decor, the same everything. Quite interesting. There is a promised book, and there's a promised cookery show on Netflix. But according to the New York Post, it is predicted to be a flop, this venture. We're going to have a look and see if it is going to be a flop or if it's going to be a raging success. Rebel Heart Tarot, Celtic Cross coming up. We're going to do this from Meghan Markle's point of view. We're going to look at her motives for doing this, the timing of it, this rush to get it out while Prince William was literally there at the Diana Awards, and how it's going to do, just basically how it's going to do. Is it going to be a flop or is it going to be a great success? And I don't think I need to tell you anything else. I think I've covered the basics about this thing. We're going to look in the next one to see if the royals are going to do anything to stop it, because it does seem to be commercializing royal titles, which they were told not to do, and they agreed not to do at the Sandringham Summit. But of course, all change now, seemingly that the king is ill and seemingly perceived as vulnerable and weak and won't stop them. So we'll look at that in the next reading. I think we're good to go with the Rebel Heart Tarot now. Celtic Cross coming out, Meghan's point of view, what's what with this new brand. One more. And let's remind you, it is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It's all speculation. I just read energy. And disclaimer in the box below. A bit of fluff on the cards for some reason. Not from Fluffy. Fluffy has taken herself outside for an late afternoon surveillance session to see what's around in the garden. And let's see what we have to discover about this new venture by Meghan Markle. 8 of Swords in reverse. Interesting energy. Underlying energy is the 8 of Swords, but in reverse, that is someone who's trying to get themselves out of a sticky situation, a predicament. And of course, she has failed dismally at all her other ventures so far with Netflix, Spotify, the rest of it. You know the drill, you know the list of them all by now. And so she's in desperate need of something new, a new vision, a new energy, a new project. And that's what this 8 of Swords in reverse is all about. So it's coming from a place really of fear and of being blocked and stuck, that she has run out of ideas, run out of vision, and now needs to almost reinvent herself with that 8 of Swords. So gone are the hopes of being a Hollywood star, a producer, whatever else that she was going to be. Now it's Martha Stewart, Gwyneth Paltrow, all the rest of it. A very oversaturated market, and one where people really seem to have to work quite hard to make a go of it. So, she's not known for her work ethic, of course, even though she did like to email people at 5 in the morning when she was a working royal, a so-called working royal. Let's see the situation from Meghan's point of view. We've got the King of Wands in reverse. That, for me, is trying to upstage Prince William. He was there in his King of Wands energy yesterday at the Diana Awards. He was in great spirits. He was having a lot of fun in the event that led up to this with the kids. He really was just in a wonderful space energetically, and everyone seemed to be enjoying his presence. He seemed to be in great form as well at the Diana Awards. And this is to spite him, to knock him off his pedestal, to take the shine away from that King of Wands, because the King of Wands is charismatic and popular and a great leader and fun and creative. I can't have that. Cannot possibly have that. So let's knock him down. So that's the central issue of this, and it was seen by everybody. There have been some scathing pieces written about her appalling timing and her desire to upstage Prince William in particular, but the royals just in general. And there have been some incredibly snarky pieces written about this brand and its very clunky name and the beigeness and blandness of it all as well. So maybe not such a good idea to be so motivated, in my opinion, by malice and spite and begrudgment. That is, of course, just my opinion. What's her problem? Her problem is the Knight of Wands, her challenge. And again, it's in the Wands sphere, and it's to be exciting and dramatic and new and inspiring, and present something to people that they can actually be excited about and want to sign up, want to go on that website and put their names down. You don't want to go on a website and put your name down. It's the last thing people want to do. You want to go on a website and see beautiful things, carefully curated, to use a word that particularly offends me, curated by the Duchess of Sussex, and be able to put them in your little shopping basket on the website and have them sent to your house. Lots of people joking about how Harry's somewhere in the basement, wrapping things and getting cardboard boxes ready and all the rest of it. And jokes also about the logo being designed by the kids and that kind of stuff. So it's to be exciting and reinvigorate the brand, that Knight of Wands. So the motive behind this, and behind the way it's been, the rollout has been so rushed. She has, of course, been threatening this for months, if not years, but real rush. Why? What's going on behind the scenes? We've got the Two of Cups. Ooh. Two of Cups in reverse. That's interesting. Something has broken up. I'm getting quite a lot of energy around that. First thing, it's not necessarily the main thing. Again, Prince William's energy here, the King of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. There's been all this hateful stuff about the Wales's marriage. And I think it's trying to capitalize on all of that kind of stuff and to try and drive a wedge and to try and make the situation that they are in even more difficult by being so difficult and by being so troublesome and in their faces. And I see it as an energy reader, and I'm sure that she, in my opinion, is aware of it. It's my opinion only, of course. I am sure that she is aware that Catherine feels very vulnerable and very under attack and very upset that she's not being protected by the royal family. And there seems to be an intention to drive a wedge between Catherine and William, and in fact try and force at least Catherine out of the royal family. That is the energy that I am getting in these readings, and there is a lot of discussion and a lot of chatter about this. A lot of people are speculating that that is what is going on right now, the kind of war between the two princes. And Two of Cups in reverse for me as an energy reader reading tarot, this confirms it. That's the one thing that is coming through. It's not necessarily the dominant energy that I'm reading. The other possibility is closer to home for Meghan. Even though we see Harry being dragged around behind her wherever she goes at the moment, he is there in the background. But this is all about her now, and it's all about her desperately trying to launch herself as her own brand, because Two of Cups in reverse, possibly because their brand is now over, possibly because their relationship is over, behind the scenes over. We don't know about it. Well, we do. We suspect it anyway, throw in an allegedly, and she desperately needs to get something started while she's still the Duchess of Sussex, and she can still drag Harry around and make it look good, even though behind the scenes they are separated, if not formally, then certainly in their private sphere. That's that as well. Other things possible. She might have split from her PR team in the United States, because the Two of Cups in reverse is a splitting energy, a breakup energy. It doesn't have to be a romantic breakup. So lots going on in this card, lots going on in here for me about Prince William in particular, and Catherine to a lesser extent as well. So what is her goal with this launch, with this brand? Is it money? Is it spite? Is it begrudgment? It's Eight of Wands. It's to take over the news cycle. And that's so interesting. It's not about money. There is no stock to sell. Some people suspect Soho House stock might be merged through Meghan because of some of the items that were on that kitchen table in the very blurry video that she did produce. But this is not about money. It's about PR. It's about being dominant in the news cycle. And of course, who has been dominant in the news cycle recently? The Princess of Wales. And I don't think that Meghan could stand it. That's for me as an energy reader, how I'm interpreting the Eight of Wands. I feel that she just wanted to get in front of everyone and say, look at me, because she'd done her whole thing in Texas and she was so pleased with herself. And then, boom, Photogate happened. And it was all about the Princess of Wales, and everyone was liking the photo, millions and millions of people liking the photo, and she just couldn't bear it. So scramble to push this new website out and this new story on Instagram and get the attention back to herself, hence the timing with the Diana Awards. Amazing. It really is, in my inexpert opinion, pathological at this stage, the need for attention and notice. So preparation for this, past energy, how's the preparation been? Page of Pentacles in reverse, chaotic. Page of Pentacles upright is slow, steady progress, learning your craft, your trade. It's the student of the tarot. It's slow but steady energy. It's deals and contracts and negotiations and signing contracts, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, that kinds of thing. The attention to detail, that's the Page of Pentacles upright. This card is in reverse. It's chaos. Hasn't thought things through. As I say, trademark application. A lot of people are saying she can't use that word, American Riviera. It's already in use in other senses, so it's confusing. Certainly the website is a shambles. It looked like she sat up late one night with a bottle of Tig and designed her own logo on one of those free logo kind of websites or apps or things like that. It hasn't been studied, it hasn't been researched, it hasn't been, I don't think there's been any market research. I don't think there's been any thought gone into this in the past. It is just spur of the moment, chaotic. Have to do this because I want the attention and I want to upstage Prince William and put some more pressure on the marriage here. For me, that's the sense that's coming through for me, in my opinion, my sense of it. So what's next? Are we going to see a Netflix cookery show? Are we going to get a cookery book out? What's going to happen? We've got, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Haha. That is interesting because that looks like the royal family might actually do something. And I have planned to look at the king in the next reading, short little reading, to follow up on this one and see if he could be bothered to actually do anything to stop Meghan. Ten of Pentacles gives me some hope that someone in the royal family might actually step in and say, no, you can't. You cannot do this. It's also Ten of Pentacles in reverse, a card of debt, big debt. Upright, pay dirt, you make tons of money that's going to see you through for the rest of your life. But in reverse, she could actually lose quite a lot of money in this venture. Interestingly, there was, of course, the 40 by 40 thing, and rumor had it at the time that she'd spent quite a lot of money on t-shirts and stuff. Also with terrible logo, you couldn't even see the 40 by 40 on the t-shirts as far as I can recall. It seems like it was lifetimes ago. But I suspect that in somewhere in Mudslide Mansion, there is a dungeon where Has-Been is chained to a wall. I'm being snarky, and he's being set to work with the merch that they have got in, and it could be a giant flop. New York Post could be absolutely right, but this is coming towards her. That's not a Netflix cookery show. That's not the millions that some PR expert in the UK has promised us. She could be making millions of dollars every month. I'm wondering if that's her new PR expert in the UK. She's signed up. That was just in the news just before I started this reading. Let's see. How does she see herself? Does she see herself as this domestic goddess? What is going on in her head? Ten of Wands is not a positive energy at all. That's not domestic goddess. And I don't think she'd probably ever been in that kitchen before. The kitchen with the same copper pots and the same whatever else is that somebody else had used before. Ew, my opinion. That long ball gown sweeping on the dusty floor. Horrible, horrible vibe. Ten of Wands is trouble, struggle, exhaustion. Reaching the end of the road, can't cope anymore. It's all me, I'm carrying this burden. That's why I say Two of Cups in reverse energy for me also tells me that behind the scenes, they are done. The Parkles. We'll check it again. I haven't done it for a while, but that's me, myself, struggling on my own to carry this huge burden. I'm the only one bringing any money into this household or doing anything to make money. You're just lying on the floor with your PlayStation, smoking pot, and being useless. I often get this energy in readings that I do for Meghan, that she's furious and that she feels really begrudging that she's having to go out and work as a Duchess, where she should just be flying around in private jet from luxury resort to luxury resort. Pressure she's under. She's under a lot of pressure, just by the way. Ooh, the Emperor in reverse. Chaos, first of all, because Emperors are about management and organizational skills and authority and being the boss. It's in reverse at Chaos. I've got Chaos twice here. Page of Pentacles in reverse. It kind of matches energetically, color-wise. Color is energy for me as a reader. It helps me to analyze cards and get a sense of what universe is trying to tell me. Emperor in reverse, chaos. It also tells me that she's not listening to authority figures, that she's not listening to her PR people, her business manager or whoever, the brains of the operation. She's ignoring them. It's ego that's gone out of control. That's also the Emperor. It's also Harry's energy that's showing up in this card, that Harry isn't doing his part to be a provider and be a powerful male figure in her life, and she does seem to need powerful male figures in her life for the feminist that she is. It's quite interesting. It's also, of course, the king, the royal family, twice now, 10 of Pentacles in reverse and Emperor in reverse. She's trying her luck with this. She has deliberately provoked Prince William by releasing this at exactly the moment that he was honouring his late mother and the people who have done amazing things and deserve to be honoured. And then along comes Meghan Markle with this ridiculous brand where there's no merch, no wares to sell to anybody. She's provoking the royal family. And she might just have pushed them too far this time. So hopes and fears for herself right now. Ooh, death. She's very worried. It's not hoping that someone is going to die. Let's clear that up. No, she is worried that this is going to be the end for her. And it's being talked about already publicly by people who know a whole lot about these kinds of things, are saying that this is make or break for her. She's got nothing left. If this bombs, she is done. She can never, ever come back from this. There's no way back into the royal family. She's clearly not going to make any money out of her Netflix deal. She's not going to be a producer. She's not going to get back into acting. She has tried her best, allegedly, to find a billionaire. That hasn't managed, that hasn't happened. The Tyler Perry connection seems to have gone very quiet. Apparently there's trouble there as well. She's worried that this is the end of the road for her. So how's it going to go? That's the big question, isn't it? How's it going to go? Is it going to survive? Is it going to thrive? It is going to grow. It is going to grow. Three of Wands is expansion. It does look as if there is going to be at least some attention given to this. That people might just go onto the website when it finally does have something to offer, more than just a wait list, that there might be interest in it, just sort of novelty value. Oh, you know, I'll buy a plate from Meghan Markle so that one day I can say, ha ha, I got a plate from Meghan Markle. Three of Wands is hope and expectation. It's optimism. It's waiting. So it's not disaster just yet. There is the potential that this thing really gets blocked by the royal family, that there are money troubles in this thing. The Three of Wands is all about waiting for your ships to come in. So it's not a catastrophe just yet in the energy. It could grow, it could stick around with that Three of Wands, and eventually do something. It's not telling me great things, but possibly it will bring some kind of reward to her, some kind of benefit to her. She might partner with people, for instance, Soho House. There is, as I say, some speculation that she might do that. So Three of Wands is those kinds of ventures where you go into something together and then you're optimistic and the thing will grow. So it's not doomed. It's not a doomed venture just yet. It is her last hurrah. Eight of Swords in reverse on this death card tell me that. 10 of Wands tells me that she's really struggling. She's really angry. This Emperor energy in reverse, this Two of Cups in reverse. She's hasn't thought it through. She hasn't done her homework. She hasn't done her planning. She is doing it for attention, and notice, very much so. This is the interesting card for me, this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, because something is going to block her. And it might be that the royals say, hey, you need to change the logo or do something. You can't be the Duchess of Sussex. You're going to have to be Meghan Markle or something like that. They might actually put some boundaries around her with that Ten of Pentacles. She might have to take a loan or do something that we don't know about behind the scenes, but it's not going to stop her. Not nearly as much as I would like personally to see, but I'm reading energy. That's the energy that universe is giving us. Three of Wands, waiting game, optimistic. She's going to stay optimistic, and she really doesn't have anything else to be optimistic about. Let's put that in perspective. That little Three of Wands card there, hopeful, not giving up just yet. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Let's go and see what the royal family are going to do, if anything, in the next one.